ID Alliance presents this week's short attention span sales tip. Hey, good morning. How are you? You know, one of the top, I'd say probably the top three answers to the question, why aren't you selling more? My favorite question. Why aren't you selling more is, I just can't find the time. My day goes by, my phone rings, there's stuff to do, there's people that want to talk to me, there's all kinds, and I get that a lot. I get that all the time. I hear that from people. Some of it I think is an excuse. Not everyone really has a legitimate reason to put things off during the day. I think we tend to drift towards our want tos as opposed to our have tos, and people, making sales calls is not on everyone's list, even though we know we should do it. We also know that we should eat right. We also know that we should go to the gym, and those things don't always get done either. But like going to the gym and doing all the things that we're supposed to be doing, if they don't happen first thing, they probably are not going to happen. And that's where I want to take you this week. This is kind of a time management and preparation sales tip. My recommendation to you, if you're finding that the day goes by and you don't get the prospecting done or anything that you think you want to do it first thing. It's a lot easier. I look at the day as a freight train or maybe a passenger train. The train's at the station in the morning. You step off the platform onto the train takes off. That's the time to get it done, because by the end of the day, that train's going 100 miles an hour. And you can't just say, well, I'm going to book between 4 and 5. I'm going to block that out and make my calls because that train is moving too fast. You got too many things going on. Get it done first. So if you said, for example, that I'm going to take between 8:30 in the morning and 9:30 in the morning or 10 or whatever, and that's going to be my sell time, and you block that off, and you change your outgoing voicemail message, something like, hey, it's Bill Farquharson. Today is the 17th of July. I'm going to be in the office, the 17th, 24th of July. Forgot which one I was recording. Today's Monday, the 24th of July. I'm going to be busy until 10 o'clock this morning. Please leave your name and number. I will call you back after 10. If it's urgent, you got to speak to me right now. Have me paged. I promise you, the only people that will interrupt you are your children right there, because they think that the rules don't apply to them. Everybody else will say, well, 10 o'clock, that's not bad. I can wait till then. That's a lot easier. You've given yourself permission to make these calls. You've told the customer that you're going to call them back. You've set their expectations. Change that outgoing voicemail message every single day. Now, this is what I want you to do. Every major change I've ever made in my life, I've said, I'm going to do this for 1 week, just a week. Now, I went vegetarian for a week, turned into 2 weeks, then a month, then 2 months, 3 months, 4 months. Then I went back to meat because I like eating too much. But I tried it for a week. Try this for a week. For 1 week, set time aside, and then put up a sign right on your desk that points out and says, can it wait till 10 o'clock? That way, anybody who's coming into your office to interrupt you will look at the sign and say, yeah, I can wait. Again, you've carved time out. By the time, and everybody can wait. You're not as important as you think you are. Something that comes in is not urgent just because it's an email or a phone call. It can wait. Believe it or not, it can wait. You're not going to lose business. Trust me on this. Try it for 1 week, block off that time, change your outgoing voicemail message, and make your sales calls. You'll be amazed at the end of a week how many calls you got done, the fact that you still got your work accomplished. People left you alone. Nobody just hung up on you and said, oh, forget it. If he's not available, I'm going to go call someone else to place my order. It didn't happen. All those fears that you had in your head never happened. Try this for a week. Trust me on this one. And we will talk to you next week. Have a great selling week, everyone.